Okay, so here's my very brief history with Ratchet and Clank. The first one I've played was the third one. Years later, I played the first one. The second one? Never played. Well, my older sister, Demon Crow, said we had that, but bleh. So going into this is gonna be a whole new experience, and I'm interested to compare this to the third one. But that's for next time. 5 months before Ratchet and Clank released, and after many positive reviews from playtesters, Sony was like, hey, do another one. And so they went to work, coming up with big ideas and trying to fix any flaws fans had with the first game. It's really funny how much confidence they had in the game. Like, what if it didn't do well? I mean, it did do well, but still. But regardless, Ratchet and Clank 2 came out a year later. Ratchet and Clank 2, Going Commando, Lock and Loaded. Oh, by the way, when you leave the title screen on, Ratchet will eventually start playing Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and Sly Cooper. That's cute. The story starts many weeks later after Drax's defeat, where Ratchet and Clank are being interviewed, and it turns out that they're bored out of their minds with nothing to do. Conveniently, they are transported to the Bogart Galaxy by Mr. Fizzwidget, owner of the company Megacorps, which is just like Gadgetron. He asks for their help in retrieving an experiment that was stolen from a mysterious masked person, and then the story goes off from here. So there we go. New galaxy, new villains, but the same old gameplay. Man, they really should have put down the back of the box. Playing the game, there's a lot of familiar beats. You know, as you do with a sequel. Why am I always bringing that up? Well, for improvements, the controls are mostly the same except for one new feature. You can strafe. Well, you can strafe before, but this time it's so much better. This makes the whole game so much better alone, and makes aiming and shooting a whole lot easier. It may seem small, but in the first one, this was a really big issue. And would you look at that, the game pauses as you're selecting your weapons, making sure the action keeps its flow. And speaking of the weapons, they too are a lot better. No longer just there. There's the Lancer, the Gravity Bomb, the Blitz Gun, the Mini Turret Gun, Lava Gun, Plasma Core, Synthenoids, Shield Charger, and many, many more. And rather than 3 of them being ones you'll want to use, you'd want to use all of them. Even the ones you wouldn't think would have a use, like the Spider Glove or Seeker Gun. The Sheepinator on the other hand, it's pretty useless, but I'm gonna let it slide. And to encourage you to use them more, as you kill more enemies with them, it fills up this meter, and once it fills up completely, they get upgraded to mega weapons, where they're even stronger than before. It's kind of funny how after you upgrade them, you don't want to use them again since you'll be focusing on upgrading the others, but it's still pretty cool. Speaking of upgrading, you can even upgrade your health so you can take more hits. There's also spots where you can buy your old weapons from the first game. You know, like the Walloper and the Decoy Glove. But if you bought them on your old save file from the first game, you could get them for free. You know, assuming your game didn't crash or anything. You can also modify your weapons from this shady character called Slim Cognito. I see what they did there. It's not much, really. You can make them lock on, have an acid effect, and a shock effect. But it's pretty cool, especially since you use your platinum bolts to pay for them. Oh yeah, since your normal bolts are now golden, for some reason, the gold bolts have been replaced with the platinum bolts. And instead of getting gold weapons, well, Slim Cognito. Now that I think about it, that's like a downgrade. And on top of buying weapons, you can also buy yourself some armor to take in less damage. And your gadgets are here too. You got the classic Slingshot and Grind boots, there's the Gravity boots which is a much better version of the Magna boots, the Tractor Beam which moves platforms, the Dynamo which activates pins, and others. All of this makes the game a whole lot better, and I've only been talking about the weapons. Well, the main gameplay is mostly the same. I mean, you start without Clank for some reason, I don't know. And some of the jumps are really hard to pull off. Seriously, this is like Mega Man jumping. But it really is the same old Ratchet and Clank, just all of the issues ironed out. Further on though, the enemies gets a lot harder, taking more hits and won't stop coming. Look at this! This is taking me forever! But if you have the experience and the right weapons and armor, you should be fine. Except for Snivelak. Screw this planet! And the Clank levels are mostly the same, except this time you have different robots to command. It's not much, but hey, it's good. And as for the minigames and side stuff, well, they're alright. I really hate the parts where you have to fly in your ship and shoot things down, but the others are alright. There's more giant Clank battles, you can hang glide, grab crystals, take part in gladiator rings, and my favourite, the races. I don't know why, but I really enjoy them. There's not much in the variety department, and any of the ones you might not enjoy, the spaceships, appears more often, but it's not a huge deal. And when you want to keep playing, you're rewarded with more bolts, so hey, it's all good. As for the planets themselves, well, they have a whole different vibe to them, probably because you're in a whole new galaxy. Actually, the whole game has a different vibe. In the first game, you were just trying to save the galaxy while goofing off along the way. Here, you're on a mission. More industrial and buildings, swarms, Jak and Daxter plastered everywhere. Seriously, this galaxy must really love their franchise. Even Ratchet's personality is different. Instead of his teenage attitude of not caring, he's more mature now. I guess it makes sense since people didn't like the old Ratchet, but honestly, I think I prefer him a little bit more. I mean, there's nothing more satisfying when you're on a mission and then, oh look! And now we're in a hoverboard race. I don't know, it's probably just me. And since we're in someplace different, we've got new characters to meet, and I like them. The oversensitive biker, the tugs for less, the smart mutant enemy who is, well, there. But that's not to say there's no familiar faces, which means one thing. That's right, the plumber's back! And they really know how to handle the humor. It's really fun to watch. Watch the ending cutscene, trust me, it's gold. Huh. Jak and Daxter when they get an orb. We get it, Insomniac, you're buddies! Can we just get back to Ratchet and Clank now? By the way, the game supports widescreen, but they crop it. I hate it when they do that. What's the point of having widescreen on in the first place? And what's even worse than it's always automatically on. What's with you guys? In the middle of the game, you get suspicious of Mr. Fizzwidgets and finds out that the thief turns out to be another Lombax named Angela. After playing future games, this raises some questions, but that's for another time. She later tells Ratchet and Clank that Megacorps is selling the experiment as pets and that they are a danger to the galaxy and must be stopped. Then it turns out that Mr. Fizzwidget was Captain Quark all along. He was planning to use them as a comeback to be a hero again. Then shenanigans happen and we fight this tin now, and honestly, it's a weak final boss. Heck, this guy feels more like a final boss than anything. But whatever, we saved the day, all is well, New Game Plus. All without a single crash. Phew! As for the New Game Plus, it's even better. You can purchase your mega weapons to upgrade them even further to ultra weapons, and you have a bolt multiplier so you can get more bolts, and of course, the 3 powerful weapons. First, the Rhino 2. It's great. Enough said. Next, the Clank Zapper. It's honestly meh. And lastly, the Zodiac. It wipes out anything on screen. Wow! The only problem is that you can only hold 4 ammo at a time, and the ammo itself costs I can't say it's worth it. My advice, stick with the Rhino 2. Oh, and the cheats and extras are fine. You can play Sheep Invaders and Space Wars. The cheats are about the same. I didn't bother getting everything, but there's not much to say. You can play Doom. And that's Ratchet and Clank 2, Gateway to Ripto. What do I think of it? Well, it's a whole lot better. Now, I know I didn't say much, but you got to remember, Ratchet and Clank 1 was pretty good with its own flaws. But this game fixes everything. Weapons are better, the difficulty is better balanced despite how you might feel, and there's more replay value. If you like the first one, you won't be disappointed. So with nearly no flaws, what can a third one do? Well, tune in next time as we...
Alright, just what the f is going on?
Hey guys, thanks for watching this review. I'm sorry this review was a bit shorter than usual, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. Share this with everyone you know and love and no. I don't know anymore. I just don't know. Hopefully I'll be able to make the next review on time before Christmas, but I guess we'll see. Okay, yeah, I'm you can tell I have nothing planned for these end cards. So yep, bye.